Hey, this is the chair guy. A number of people have been wanting a longer, more detailed version of this lesson, which I'm gladly doing, but please share this around because the algorithm will not pick it up as well because it's a longer video. So just to recap, each one of these extended chairs is just a chunk of the same 7 notes. The difference being that these 3 chairs are going to be from different octaves: lower, higher, higher, and highest going down the high E string. Whereas the bottom of this chair, and the front of this chair are all the exact same notes from the same octave. This chair, this chair, this chair, and this chair are the same. This chair, this chair, this chair, and this chair, etc. are going to be the same notes, just kind of demonstrating how many repeated notes there are on the guitar. And the 7 notes in this extended chair are the scale notes for whatever note is in this position. So you could move this anywhere on the fretboard to A, B, C, D, E, F. It doesn't matter. Whatever note is here is going to be the major root. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp in this case because it's in the G position, which means that all 7 of these notes are going to work well over a G major chord. All 7 of these notes are also going to work over an E minor chord because the E is in the minor position. So this could also be looked at as the scale notes for E minor: E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, and D. If we come down here, we can see where these chords actually come from using these triad shapes. So this is our major shape, this is our minor shape. If I place this on the G, which is major, then we have our first, third, and fifth, which is our chord for G major. On E minor, we have our first, third, and fifth, which is, of course, our chord for E minor. Now, the other notes in this shape will work the same way. We're going to skip on the F sharp because most people don't use the chord associated with this, but these 3 are always going to be major: G, C, and D in this case. A, B, and E are going to be minor. So if we use the major shape, we see that the first, third, and fifth, D, first, third, and fifth, all of those notes are within this shape. So if we go over to E, first, third, and fifth, we go over to B, first, third, and fifth, and A, first, third, and fifth. So all the notes for the major and minor, for the basic major and minor chords, are going to be within this one shape. Now that we know all 6 of these notes can represent chords that are related to G major and E minor, we can use an extended chair shape to figure out exactly what notes we can play over all of those chords. Of course, in this position, like we said before, we know that all 7 of these notes will work over G and E minor. But if we slide over to C, remember C is C major, so we're putting it in the major position, we see number 1 that we have one note that actually falls outside of the G, E minor shape, but we're not going to worry about that right now. It's a later lesson. What's important is this F sharp right now, which is part of the G, E minor shape, but it falls outside of the C major scale, which means that note could clash with a C major chord. If we go down to the D, it's the C that falls outside of the D major scale, so it could clash with a D major chord. If we go up to B, we see again that the C falls out of the B minor scale. If we go up to A minor, we'll see that again it's the F sharp that falls out of the A minor scale. And what this tells us is that the 2 extra diatonic notes are going to be the notes that could clash with some of the chords in this key, but all the notes in the pentatonic scale are going to work over all of those chords because none of them fall outside of the scales associated with all these different notes, if that makes any sense. If not, I will do an additional video.